Huh. That was a good guess. I always am guessing with my stream setup as to which button turns sound onto the mic. Huh. I guess correctly. But yet, most of the time when I'm doing these, I forget to even turn game audio on. I'm gonna hopefully not forget it. Anywho, welcome to another stream, everybody! Hello! Weirdest way to start it ever. Fun times. Anywho, welcome to another stream. And yeah. I don't know, but I don't know why I'm starting it like this. I shouldn't be this happy. Especially being that I was pretty much just standing in a corner in this world, just staring at it, watching the sun go over and the clouds move and all that, and watching time tick by on the technically final night of oldest world. Yeah, it's the longest running. It's been around 7 years. Backstory. If you started following along with us since after January, then you will have probably no idea what the heck I am talking about. Well, let's go down the list. So, about 7-ish years ago, we started a project titled Inator Village. It's actually older than that. 7 years ago is when the online project began. Before that, it was a private single-player project that was for fun. And then that world got corrupted. then instead of deciding to rebuild that world, we decided, let's build a completely new one. Online server. Yep. It was, in my view, probably one of the best decisions I think we've ever made, as now the server that did hold Inator Village, is now currently holding Hyrule. And still to this day, the decision to pull the plug on the Inator Village project and pull it off the server, that decision still, in my view, is probably one of the hardest decisions I've ever made. As this world, I spent pretty much every day in. I spent pretty much every single night, every single day that I wasn't busy doing anything else, I was in this world either building, just roaming around doing random stuff, or just having fun. And yes, we didn't film in this world that often. We didn't record pretty much. We didn't do much other than Christmas countdowns. We did a lot of them here. I think we did 3 or 4. Yeah. We did 3 or 4 Christmas countdowns in this world. So yeah, not to say that this is the end for this world. I'm probably still going to continue using it for ideas. I haven't built in it ever since we pulled the plug last January. if you watched last season on High Worlds, you know that I did go in it to get ideas for some projects in that season, especially the minigame that never panned out. That came from this world. That originated here. So, but yeah. Tonight, before starting this, I literally flew around the entire world with an elytra and a rocket. Went from edge to edge, just to have one last one look through on my own, and I will say it's gonna be hard logging off of this world for the last time tonight. Like, it's gonna be quite difficult. As I said, it's still it was one of the most difficult decisions I ever made to stop the project, and make and retrofit the server that this was on for High Worlds. That was by far the hardest decision ever, especially being that we had another server that was, well, underused. But still underused. But, we have two others. They're both underused. Okay, on the server front, out of the 3 servers we have, 1 is used. The other 2, not really. One's about to. But yeah, and if I could have put this world onto one of the other 2 servers, I easily would have. But we put it on the realm for a little bit. But it is too large. It is too old. I know the large thing you're probably all wondering, that probably has little to no effect. Well, with how many problems this world has had, I'm not taking the chances. Literally one time, and this is paranoid me every single time when I've ever updated any of the servers ever since. One time when we updated the server, I can't remember which update this was, but it erased about half of the world. I don't know how, I don't know why. It erased half of it. We didn't have a proper backup system in place back then, so I pretty much was scrambling to figure out how to restore it, and I didn't do that. But ever since then, I've been overly paranoid, and usually before I do a major update, I will fly around and load in everything that's been built. I'm not kidding, that's literally something I do. To this day, I still do that. It just takes servers down into maintenance mode. do it. Which, in that, it's just a secret IP that I only know. And, well, I fly around, load all the chunks that I know of. But, yeah. I will say, before we actually jump into the world, the big thing that I think will be pretty evident here is, it's different. So the build styles that I did here, very different to pretty much, anything else. Inator Village was a very cartoony-ish build style, and that's kind of also how I developed the build style that I have, as this is literally the first world that I, went, hardcore on. It's the first one. Will it be the last one? No. Blatantly, no. High Worlds I'm already going crazy on. No. I've already gone crazy on it. I'm losing my insanity on it now. And well, this world I lost my insanity on. I wanted to say in about year 2 or 3 when we decided to add more. I decided to add more cities and then started adding, then completely abandoned, that derailed very quickly. And something you'll find out with this world, I jumped ship on a lot of things very fast. But, well, I think without further ado, let's switch to the world. You would think I know! Because I'd stream enough, but no, I don't. If you've never seen this world, you're seeing it now. Welcome to the main city entrance area. This is the airport. This was the first thing that was ever built. Yeah, this was the very first thing ever built. It does not look the exact same way that it looked all those 7 years ago, but hey, let's be honest, it's very similar. But yeah, things have changed quite a chunk. This is also probably the build I've used the most bone blocks in. They are literally everywhere. Like, and then when we decided to upgrade that runway, I decided, yeah, I'm gonna go crazy with bone blocks again, and I built the entire support system out of bone. I went crazy with that. and just to also say the craziness of this world, a lot of the builds that are in this world, I usually constructed in the better part of like a week. I'm not kidding. Some of these builds I went so freaking crazy on that they were literally built in a week. And that's why I said I lost my sanity in this world very, very early on. And I'm pretty much losing my sanity again with High Worlds. Even though I feel like that does not need to be said. I feel like that is already well known. But the big thing with this world is, and something you will see probably with this building, I didn't do interiors. Okay, that's not entirely true. I did interiors, just not on everything. Some of them I didn't really entirely know what to do, so I didn't do them. But, yeah. Very, very, very boring insights. Buildings. And that was a map. Can't really see it anymore. It was meant to kind of go on the lore of the world, which I kind of abandoned, but also kind of didn't. We tried to set up the lore to be on our secondary server, but that didn't pan out, as we decided to requisition that server to be another SMP, and then that SMP then folded, and now that server is now being set up for the next version of this. So, but this building we're now walking into, plus the 2 that we've already been in, these were the very first things ever constructed. And this is the part that I just gave up on. I literally just gave up on it, and well, then up here, this is technically basically where spawn was. It was meant to be like a border thing. Honestly, I don't entirely know what the heck I was thinking when I built this. And this spawn radius on this world was so broken that I had to do this. It was like this world had its flaws. And well, I tried my best to work around them, and this was my workaround for this flaw. It's definitely not the best workaround ever. I also think that the major design flaw, you couldn't get back in here. Once you leave, you can't get in. Hey, no pressure plates. Could I just place them now? Yeah, but I'm not gonna touch it. Originally, this was actually spawned. I think you spawned like right behind these doors, but that never actually worked. So I switched it back behind those doors on pretty much the sand down below. And yeah. Guess let's go up to runway 1. This was the first one of 5, and the way to get to it is probably the weirdest way possible. Yes, this is full netherite. This was not done 7 years ago. The original runway was literally this hill flattened, and that's pretty much it. It was just flattened. It was flattened with a bunch of concrete on the top. That's literally what it was. Well, it wasn't concrete. It was terracotta, actually. Yeah, but you get the point. But couple. Oh, it was a while ago now, but it was when I decided to like properly start getting the airport area like properly built up. Being that this was one of the last additions to the airport, this building right here. Well, okay, it went that building over there, the international wing, along with those towers and 3 runways up there. Then after I built those, I was like, this one looked horrible, so I rebuilt this. Then I think that was it. I think that was everything that was done here. Oh wait, no. A thing that took a Dawn's Age, and I hated myself. And if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, we're about to find out. I kind of jumped on it at the very beginning. The giant hole in the ground. This drops from level 72 all the way down to level 50. I hated myself so much. This took, I'm wanting to say, being that I was quite busy when I decided to do this. I'm wanting to say this took about a month to excavate and then build up and make it actually look, well, somewhat nice. And then it also became a thing of redoing the roads on the other side as and someone on this side, being that originally the way to get past the airport was you go through departures. No, you go through arrivals. You went through arrivals, I think. You know, it's confusing. You know, it was a bit wonky when even I don't remember. I'm pretty certain you turned off like right here and went past that beacon. So yeah, that it wasn't entire. Oh, it went right here. Well, right here. Grass still has not grown back. I guess that kind of helps. Then 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 it popped up here, and I had to rearrange the roads over here and put the signs there, and well, yeah. Yeah, I had my ways, and yeah, this also is that's an entirely local thing. We don't talk about that. And yep, that is just a random building, and we don't need to talk about that. Mostly because nothing got done with it. I'm not going to touch on it. That's pretty much gonna be how I tackle this stream. If something had if something got like properly finished and was like used, then I will touch on it. If it didn't get used, I will not touch on it whatsoever. Anywho, over here, no, I will say, if you compare this to like mega base size, this is the biggest base I've probably ever have built. And honestly, this world was still on the High World server when we decided to wipe the server at the end of season 1. A part of me wishes I kept the world on there and put up the time map so I would actually know how big the world was. Being that till this day, I actually have no idea the distance that this world covered. Because it covers a lot of distance in that direction, it covers in that direction, it covers in that direction, and it also covers a ridiculous amount in that direction. So I literally have no idea how much this world took. Oh, wow. And, well. Yeah. This was a very big project. I think was the biggest project that was ever done on the server. If you have no idea what this is, then I don't blame you. This is a racetrack. It is a very big racetrack, and honestly, I love the design that I did here. But it is a bit lackluster, but it's really big. So I don't really know what else I would have been able to do. It is ginormous. It goes literally all the way around and all the way down there. Like, I don't think I could have made this bigger. Well, I probably could have, but I would have probably hated myself. I already hated myself for this in the first place. But, yeah. So, there is a lot of lights here, and let's just turn it to... And, they turn on at night. I was about to say that is like the best redstoning I did in this world. No. I've done better. I did better, and that will be seen. Not yet. But this was pretty much just meant to be like seating areas, and in this world, I never did like proper like seating things, as I thought that would take up way too much space. So I did one block. Any arena racetrack that you see in this world is always like this, except in the corners. I hated doing the corners. Like, I hated these with a passion. And, well, of course I did about, I don't even know how many arenas I did here. But I did a ridiculous amount. But, so this was pits. This was also pits. Being that the racetrack, it wasn't just here. It also expanded. It went down here. Underneath the smokestack. Yeah. This very big. That's why I said I think this is the biggest. But this covered a lot of ground. The airport. Well, yeah. Moving on. Let's just move on. If I spend freaking forever on one thing, we will literally be here hours. I guess for first major thing, this thing. So this giant like cube of sand. It's not just a cube of sand. This was my original like thing way I terraformed something. I just covered it in a big giant square. But this one had a good reason. This was a house. This was my house for a little bit of time. I can't remember the entrance. Oh. Never mind. I remember the entrance. Yeah, so this is inside that big cube. This is inside it. Yeah. It literally hides this. I don't know how hard I ever actually tried to hide it when I was recording in this world. I think I tried quite hard to hide it. I don't think I ever did that well, though. I honestly, though, I cannot remember. This is the way you get in and out. Via the road. There's also a hidden entrance that I tried doing a redstone elevator at, but never worked. And yes, this looks horrible, but mostly because the original version of this building did burn down in a fire. Well, me and my friends never actually like properly repaired it, like rebuilt it. So I came in and put fences up to mark out where all the rooms were. I made a good guess. This was the very original entrance, and it used to have a redstone elevator that never worked. Yep. I guess moving on. Well, the house used to go to here, but it actually originally was this to here, I think, or a little bit further. But yeah, it burnt down. I want to say 3 times. Because the original version was made out of wood, so we rebuilt it the last time out of diorite. Probably the worst decision ever. But we went between that and andesite, and well, no, it wasn't andesite. It was granite. Yeah, it was granite. Granite. Yeah. So yeah. Ignore the big white house. That's what I'm gonna do. Then we have big parking structure. With one of many copied redstone contraptions in this world. Yep. I was so proud of myself when I did this. Like, honestly, I was so proud. Nope. If you know how I do redstone, if you've ever seen me tackle it before, Usually when I do redstone, it gets really big and doesn't work. This is very small and works. I was so happy with myself. And you will see all throughout the world, I use the design quite a bit. So it's a lot better than my other redstone hidden doors behind paintings. Pretty much in this world, paintings always hid something. Usually a secret entrance into something. And yes, this is inside the mountain again. No, just outside of it, there's a little edge place, little jet out point, which was meant to be like a storage part. Then, well, I never used it. We never really did anything with it. And there is 3 levels here, but it's parking garage. There's nothing on the levels, so I'm just going to, well, keep a move on. And go into this building now. Now this, hold on. This design I did use. I did bring back for last season on High Worlds. It was the main why am I stumbling on words? It's late. It's 10:37 p.m. when I'm streaming. This is pretty late. It was the main ice road terminal, I think. The main idea for that was literally just to pay homage to this world, as I really badly wanted to. And well, this building was very how do I put this? Very weird. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the weirdest build. The original version of this was even weirder. It was made out of sandstone. It looked horrible. To the point that I never even properly finished it. So think over 2 days, and I reconstructed the entire exterior of it, and then completely redid the interior of it. Now this never got finished, but this was meant to be like a subway system, and I never finished it. This one went above ground, and I got started on it, but I never finished it because, well, essentially time ran out. It was literally the last thing I did in this world before the world got swapped over to High Worlds. It was literally the last thing. So, both subway sides are literally look the exact same. Just the difference with this side is it just went underground. And I probably would have never wanted to do this side. As I would have had to dig throughout the entirety of this city. I wasn't gonna go stupid and go to the other cities. I was just gonna stay here. But yeah, so that's a hotel. We will go in that in a little bit. This was an aquatic center, I think. Yeah, sort of. The sign does not say that, but yeah, that's what it is. And much like most buildings in this world, I did not light them up properly. Well, actually, some of these buildings were lit up pretty well. Just I used weird lighting techniques, and some of these buildings are really old. And some of the lighting techniques I had that I used, they no longer light anything up. But I built 2 pools in here. I think I redid this also. I cannot remember. I did 7 years in this world. There's gonna be things I miss or forget. Up here was a basketball court. This we don't talk about it. So I will say my building techniques have gone better since this building. I think this was pretty early on, when the main part of it was done. Nah, I'm not gonna touch on that yet. Even though, honestly, probably would make sense to touch on it now, but, nah. Actually, no, let's go suburb area now. Which is, I would say, probably the most finished part of the city. The downtown core I never got done. That was, like, way over there. It's right here. Actually, no. The downtown core was right there. I never got done, as you can tell. But the suburb area, it also wasn't done. It wasn't completed. But it came pretty darn close. This was originally this bridge was a lot smaller and a lot worse in a design, so I redesigned it. I used netherite as port beams. Very dumb decision there. Then we're just gonna move on. Touch on the bridge. Might as well. Originally, the bridge was yellow. Yeah, it was yellow and green at the very beginning, and it had no roof on it. It was it wasn't great. I'm just gonna be blatantly honest with all of you. It was not great. It had no supports underneath. These did not exist. It was essentially floating. It was pretty much attached to the mountain that's not a mountain, and a hill, barely, and well, that was it. And of course, according to Minecraft logic, it was floating. It was stable enough. But so that bridge that always has and always technically will lead to the suburb area, which is the area I spent probably by far the most amount of time in. And clearly I messed up. What in the... I'm not questioning it. That was built a while ago. That was also one of the that was done, I think, night 1. I cannot remember. This building was not. We didn't have concrete when this world actually begun. But this did have an old building on its spot, and I'm not gonna lie, it didn't look all that great, and that is why we built this. That's ginormous. The only part of this building that was here pretty much from day 1 is that crane. I'm not kidding. This crane has been here since the very beginning. And yes, that's an observer clicking. I did that to annoy myself every single time I came near this building. I don't know why, but I did it. But yeah. So this giant crane, it was not fun to build. That is honestly a bit of the reason why it's still here. It used to be a lot bigger. Like it used to. I just ignore all the North side. Yep, there we go. Ignore that. It used to come down to here, which ended up being the planning room. Okay, let's just walk away from there. There we go. Anywho, this was a storage area, I think. Not I think, I know it is. I built it. At the door. This was a planning area that you couldn't really see well in. So originally it had pretty much no, not pretty much, it had no roof. It had walls, didn't have a roof. So you could see pretty well. The old building, just to say how much higher these ceilings are, the old building, I think the walls came to here, but the actual building part never changed. This has always been the height of the walls and stuff. But in here, this was horse parking. Once again with my redstone, but this time around, I didn't build when I built the original version. I didn't even start messing around with redstone, so this wasn't existent as an idea yet. So when I put it in, I had to kind of screw with the design. Also opens that door every single time you flick this over, which was not what I wanted to have done, but it happened. This was meant to be like the staff area and stuff, and this was my office. Didn't do anything in it, but that was my office. And well, outdoor, and yeah. I think this was the first building that I did this on. Yes. Yeah, it was. No. Yes. Yeah, it was. It didn't look like this when I did it, but yeah. This got redesigned. This was meant to be like I landed on something pretty good. This was, I think, meant to be a car dealership. I think so. I think that was my thought process behind this. I think. This was not one of the last things built, but it was relatively close. But yeah. Once again, interior's not that great. This was like where other horses would be parked and would be sitting, and yeah. Then parking, and yes, this was the very first building I did it in. Then I don't entirely remember the meaning of this floor. Original design, this was literally just meant to be overflow, I think. But honestly, I cannot remember, and I'm not going to touch on it anymore. Before we go that way, because that way we'll lead into the city, and I don't want to do that yet. Let's just go up over here. This was the very first residential street that I built, and there's a story to go with this. So one night on the world, I was really, I don't entirely know what the heck I was doing. No. I really actually do not know what I was doing. But, one night, pretty late one night, there was a storm, yeah, weather happened on the server, and fire tech was turned on. Lightning struck this and engulfed the entire thing lit on fire. This was not the only thing that got burnt down that night. I rebuilt this the exact same way that it was. The other thing looks completely different than what it was when the roof burnt down. Then over here we have the apartment building. Yeah, I know. It's a big giant gray box. This was, I do believe, one of the not probably. It was one of the very first things to ever be built. Other than that, the original version of that building and the airport. It started back then. This also was the first thing I used concrete in. And it doesn't look entirely great, and it was, I don't know if I fixed it, but originally this building caused a lot of lag. I did fix it. Originally, the elevator shafts were just scaffolding. Well, for a 10-story building, that's really, really laggy. There is, I do believe, 50 rooms in this tower. And we were meant to build a lot more of these towers, but after how long this took, I was like, I'm not doing this again. So I abandoned it, and then I decided I'm going to do little mini complexes all throughout the city. And I did that, and it was a lot better. I didn't hate myself. But pretty much every single room looked like this, except for one big room, which doesn't look entirely great right there. It was also, this building was also a death trap, pretty much, for anyone that just got onto the world, as you'd probably run into it if you were flying and didn't know it was here. Should we even touch on this? I guess technically, I'm touching on pretty much most things on the server. I'm not gonna go in it. I'm gonna touch on it. This was the main planning building. Me and my friends called it a giant cake. I don't know what, honestly, I don't know what I was thinking when I built this. I was responsible for this. I don't know what I was thinking. And then we crossed from that weird looking building to this weird looking building. This is concrete, and this was where I made concrete. Once again, I'm not gonna go in it. It's just weird. It's weird to the point. Nah. Then there's here. This was meant to be designed to be I think a Amazon fulfillment center, I think. This took a ridiculous amount of time. I hated myself so much for this. And, this took, actually, no, it didn't take that long, but it was still annoying. It took 2 days, I think, actually. As I go through these buildings, I will probably remember things. But, yeah, so I think that covers, no, it does not. Recycling plant and iron forgery. Yep. So recycling center. This is what this place was, and it was also an insurance place. This I think was probably not. I used llamas a lot in this world. This was a mess of a building. This was garbage, I think. I'm almost positive that this was the garbage disposal. I wouldn't, I don't know. Yeah, this is about the extent of my thought process back in this day. This was also me. I built about majority of things in this world. Pretty much everyone else just explored. I was the builder. And yes, let's hit here next. So, I guess going off of the one thing of I liked hiding things. This didn't even hide it. This didn't hide it at all. This also leads into the giant square mountain. As much as I tried to hide this in the last couple years of the server being a thing, I didn't try and hide it. I didn't at all. I didn't try to hide it. I literally have a tunnel going in. Literally have a tunnel going into it. But this was a storage room holding. Honestly, I have no idea what, and honestly, I'm not willing to look. Then going into here, there's nothing in this building whatsoever. Okay, well that's not entirely true. There's a chicken. And there's this. There's another hole. Once again, great job trying to hide that there's something here. There's a giant hole. Yep. Originally, this building that's here was not here. Right here was a sand wall, kind of like on the other side. And, well, there was I do believe it was a sewer filtration system on this end. And, well, there was a little weird divot on the one corner. And it was the takeoff area. The flyout zone, as I called it. But, yeah, so this didn't get much ever. It never really got any use other than the behind part. That actually ended up getting used more than this. I don't entirely know what the heck I was thinking using cobblestone as walls. You know, I built this so long ago, I never entered this building. I have absolutely no idea what is here. I didn't even know this room existed. What the heck? Okay, you know this world has been around a while when I'm even getting confused by the things I've done. What was the point of this room? Oh, that was armory. I did a horrible job with that armory. Okay. I know what that room leads to. It doesn't matter. I don't need to keep a secret anymore. This is literally the last time this world will probably ever get seen. Yeah, this is what I thought. This was essentially I think the best way to describe this building. This was meant to be like the special task force building, like the major security threats and all that came through this building, not the police station on the server. So that's what this was. I think this was meant to be like a some sort of like call center, I think. Maybe. Honestly, I really have no clue. Yes. Classic debriefing, or classic conference room on this world. Slabs in an empty room. I don't think there's anything up here. Nope. Other than... Yes, the exact same thing is down there. Yeah, that makes sense. What's up with me not putting pressure plates at doors? Okay. Well, actually, I think I might know why there's not pressure plates on those doors. I think it's because there's pressure plates on these doors. Yep, there we go. Now there is one other not so well hidden entrance in. What the heck was this? What the? Okay, yeah, I'm getting confused now. I don't even remember half the things I built in this world. And much on the thing of not really keeping this a secret anymore. At the end, here's another way in. That's another way into here. But you only really got into this part, not up the actual like big giant part. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. You just keep walking. Oh wow! What? How big is that? Where are we? Yep. Then moving on from that building, that was very strange. This was a park. I don't think I really need to touch on that. It's a park. A park is a park is a park is a park. You know what? I completely forgot to turn on game audio. I turned it on now. Haha. This was the adoption place. I spent a lot of time here. I mean, a lot of time here. These were, I think meant to be the kennels? Crates? Whatever the proper wording is for a place like this. Honestly, I can't remember. I did not design this by myself. I don't entirely remember who helped, but someone helped. Oh! Ah! What the heck? Usual day. Yep. And, yeah, I'm pretty certain that's everything over here. There's more places that way, like, school and stuff, but we can probably touch on that later when we go in that direction. Yes, we're going in that direction. Probably a lot later on. But, now we are going to head this way into the actual city. Woohoo! But we are going to stop in this building as I itch my ear. Okay, I'm done itching my ear now. This was a very weird building. Why? Why? Why do I do this? Jeez. Yeah, this is me again. This is meant to be a freezer. I remember this. Yeah, let's make a freezer. Let's make ice the floor and bedrock the walls and ceilings. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh wow, would you looky there? It's the same on this side. This was the where I brewed potions. Not the main place though. This originally was the main place until I built the bigger one. Which does look better. But also is weird as a farm that you would probably question. If it was in real life, you would definitely question it, as it's literally it has walls going up, then a farm in the middle. I'd question it at least. This is meant to be what I called emergency central. This is essentially what I called it. This was hospital, police station, fire station. This we built on a stream, I think. I don't know. We might have. Just might have. But yeah, so fire station. This was ambulance parking. Yeah, this was fire station. This I think had fire gear in it. This was I think meant to be the chief's office. What the heck are you doing? This was I think meant to be a hangout area. Honestly, this was built so long ago. The outside, I think, probably pretty good. Inside, probably needed work. Anywho, moving on. Police. It's a lot bigger than the fire station. They're right across the street from each other. And the police station was actually supposed to get another wing added to it. Just never got built. I never built it, but it was meant to get another wing. But this was the entrance to it. And honestly, I have absolutely no idea what was up with me and designing interiors back in this day. Okay, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I didn't do anything here. What was this gonna be? An elevator with nothing in it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. This was the chief's office. I never touched this place. I never finished this at all. Yes, the jail cells. Yeah, of course. This is the place. This is the part of this building that actually is like properly done. And all the cells are made of obsidian, of course. Yep, sounds about right. That looks painful. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna question it. I don't think I need to explain this. Hospital building. That's literally what this was. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty darn obvious. Giant Red Cross. Plus an H. I think it makes it pretty darn obvious as to what this was. This design specifically was used in Hyrule Season 1. It was one of the surrounding buildings of my minigame. I remember that. I did do an interior on this. At least this floor. I thought I did water elevators on this building. Nope, guess not. Okay, did I even do them at all? Well, yes, we went in one. Did I? I just have one quick question. Did I do interior? Oh. Well, I put a bed. That sounds about right. I did nothing else. Yeah, me and interiors do not get along. This was, I think, meant to be a farmer's market. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. What the heck was this building? Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch on that. That was a... Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch on that. I will, however, touch on this, being that I actually completely forgot to touch on it when we went past it. Also, can you hazard a guess as to what the heck this was what this building was themed after? Take a guess. I'm gonna have a sip of this. Should probably need my mic there, but oh well. This obviously was one of my almost jumped in. One of my official buildings. I think it's probably pretty darn obvious, as it's red, gray, and black, and nether brick. Can't forget the nether brick. Originally, this was a nightclub. I do believe that this originally was a nightclub, but got repurposed into I do believe what we call the Live Center. I think, honestly, I don't remember. But yeah. At this giant basement, nothing got done down here, but yep, giant basement. I think I was planning on doing something. I just never did. Yeah, so I think, have covered everything in this part of the main city now. So now it is time to actually hit the main city, which is technically this street is technically the beginning of it. Those tunnels lead to the bridge. This is an airport. That's what this is. This is an airport. This is the city airport, not the big bad boy airport. Which this I did also attempt something with. Of course, you can't get out. Seems about right. But yeah, this was honestly probably the weirdest airport that I constructed. But it had this weird contraption, which has a W in it for some unknown reason. This was, I think, meant to be a luggage return that never really got used. And also, it looked pretty darn bad. So it's probably a reason I never used it. This was the air traffic tower. I don't know what they're watching here. Other than the water. My thought process on things back when I built some of these things, honestly, was not the best. Man, what the heck? Okay. Yeah, yep, baggage return, What the heck was I thinking? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we are going to leave there and never talk about it again. This is Mall. It's Victory Mall. We are currently on the street that we, I think, titled Victory Lane. Yeah. This was Victory Lane, and this was Victory Mall that never got finished. That's gonna be a running theme on the really big buildings that they never got finished. Well, there was a store put in it. Only one part of the entire mall got actually put in. And done. Yeah, that seems about right. This was meant to be the food court. That's obvious. I really didn't think. I did not think some of this stuff through. Also, why the heck did I use iron doors? Okay. Onward to here. What the heck is this? Oh, right, no, this museum. Yeah, this was a museum that oh, yes. Let's put a old style TNT cannon in a museum. Yeah, great job. Good job. Yeah, that makes sense. Why did I put this here? Yeah, this was a bit of kind of what the story was based around. This area was like very war heavy back in the day. That's the story of the area, and well, this building was, I think, meant to resemble like an old like military thing from then. I think that was my thought process. Honestly, I can't remember. Honestly, I don't think I really want to remember. But now moving on again. Oh yes, very secure. This is another condo complex. This is the first condo complex that we are going into. As well, I said I didn't like building that giant tower, so this was my fix for that. Building these, which in my view actually look better. They're by no means great, but they are definitely better. Huh. I might use this use some relative of this design in the future. I actually kind of like it. And once again, open and closing thing. This was the convention center. That was the zoo. Well, we'll go there in a little bit. I don't think we really ever use this. I feel like I might have used it for an update. 1.7. This was used for my 1.7 update video. This side has never been used. That sounds about right. One side used, one side not. I'm willing to bet there's stuff up here. What the heck? Were these meant to be filled with water? That would actually make a lot of sense. This is a giant fish tank. Man, I put a lot of fish in this tank. Holy crap! Huh? This is by far the biggest fish tank I've ever built. I probably never will top it. Yeah, so this is the convention center. There's also a parking garage to this. Yeah. I guess we'll hit over here first before we go that way. This was another one of the complexes. This was the waterfront one. No, ocean front. I guess that's probably the better way of putting it. These ones I think are they are very different. They are a lot worse. Oh my god. What the? Okay, these are bad. Bad. Yeah, I would not want to live there. Yeah, there's also a up-down thing here. Then, yeah, this was meant to be the boardwalk. I never really did anything with it, and it looks horrible. So we are not going to touch on it. Then, going over here. Starting this. This was meant to be a bridge. That's why it looks so weird. This was meant to be a giant bridge spanning to the city over there. Not that thing. That was a map. This is the ferry center, I think. Yeah, ferries and customs. There's also customs here. Honestly, I sort of remember this, but I cannot remember how I did customs. What the? Okay, yep, Yeah, this seems about right. Yes, our custom system. Put paper in this Paper go through. You're good. Sounds about right, don't it? And this is our security checkpoints. This is customs. This is security again, I think. That's security in French. This is the stairs down to where you get in boats. And you go! Yeah, so. Yeah, this is very weird. I don't think I should touch on this anymore. That's good. Well, I'm actually curious. A part of me is actually curious. Is there anything upstairs? Oh, clearly. Baggage claim! Okay. Yeah, there's a baggage claim. Of course there is. So I think this is meant to be shuttle pickup. At least that would make sense. That would at least make sense in my mind. Moving onward to the rest of the city. Yippee! And starting here. That was the other brewing place. I will go in it. There's not much I'm going to talk. Well, actually, that was the very first building built in the actual city part. How's that for interesting? Yes, a brewing place was more important than anything else. But, so this was the zoo. It has foxes. It has whatever the heck this is. Oh, goats! Hi, goat. Hi, goat. Hi. Yeah, it has goats. It has foxes. It has dolphin. Oh, it has 2 dolphins. Oh, wow. Okay. Pandas. It has 4 pandas. One's a sick panda. Are they all sick pandas? Or is just one sick panda? There are at least 2 sick pandas. Hey, go, other panda, turn around. Screw that. That's a polar bear. About ready to smack me. There's 2 polar bears, of course. Giant fish tank that we saw from the other end. Parrots. Pigs. Cows? Oh, and sheep. Oh yeah, let's put them together. That makes sense. Then this is turtles. Yeah, it looks a little crowded. I'm pretty certain pretty much all the turtles are named. No, okay, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Yep, we have Sheldon. Yeah, some of them are names. Some have names. I was not the only one that named them. And this is a dorky thing. So, this world and its hidden ways around, this is how we put fishes in the fish tank. Yep, we come up here, we put fishes in the fish tank. And apparently kill fishes in the process. We didn't see anything. Nothing to see there. Nothing whatsoever. You didn't see anything. What the heck? Okay, I do know why why I just had a really weird sound. Brewing place. Let's touch on this. Oh, 1 sec. Let me refresh this. This was the other brewing place, the bigger one. Once again, giant freezer. Yep. Yeah. Buttons and iron doors and me do not get along. What the heck is this meant to be? This is gonna be the staff room. Yeah, staff room, of course. Brewing room. Yep. Then this is where you filled bottles. This was the dorkiest thing ever. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch on this long. And, well, on that one thing that I was talking about, see? Farm! With glowstone trees! We don't talk about it. Okay, moving onward and forward to this complex over here. So this was a hunting store. We did this in a Christmas countdown. I was supposed to say, that's a design flaw. I designed it that way, but I didn't do an interior. Of course I did. This was the weapons store, right? Yeah, weapons. Yep. Armor store. Yep, makes sense. This was yeah, that's what I thought. This was real estate. Yep, real estate. I'm just touching on these very fast. This was the bank. And, this was the vault. This is my, stuff. And, I used to have a lot more than that. But someone broke it once. I'm not pointing any fingers. This was a restaurant. It still is a restaurant, just, well, sort of not longer a thing. Yeah, that's a lot of smokers. Yeah, that's what I thought would be up here. A bar. Don't think we really need to touch on that anymore. This was called the Peace Arch, I think. Yeah, near Village Peace Arch. Woohoo! Used to have the dedication of the world here, but got switched out for a memorial. This was, I want to say 2 years ago, I think. I but less than that. Anywho, this used to be City Hall. It looked so bad, so I built a new one. And then started tearing this one down, and never finished. Then we have this building. This was the church of the server. There was meant to be a lot more built, but this one was a complete utter pain to build. As I had to rebuild it twice, being that the first time it burnt down. So I rebuilt it. And honestly, this was, I think, one of my proudest builds on the server. Especially for the reasoning behind it, which I won't go into detail on, but there was a very strong reason as to why there's a church. And annoyingly, I don't have the original picture anymore, but it had it like the roof of it in the original announcement picture of the server had that in the one corner, being that it was pretty much a picture, I think, like this, I think. But yeah. It wasn't this version, it was the old version. Before it burned down. Then this was the store in the main city. This was, I think, meant to be kind of like a Costco, I think. Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. What the heck was it doing? Probably because I never stocked it. I feel like there's supposed to be another door there. What do you guys think? Do you think there was supposed to be another door right there? This was a bakery, I think. Yeah, that's bakery. That's deli, and yeah, let's not touch on this anymore. Let's get out of here. There we go. Okay, moving on. Next thing. This is another racetrack. This one was done worse than the other one. But this was the building that was actually being constructed when I found out that half the world disappeared. So, I put in all the flooring, then went to go home, and home wasn't there. So then I panicked. That put the world back to the old world that I was able to find, and well, then I had to put the flooring in again. But so this one looks honestly a lot different than the track that's way over there now. And not to mention it's slightly, I think it's off center. Yeah, it's off center. The entrance in. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch on it. Not that much. This is the second to last, like, condo complex, and being that it was too small on this side, so I had to put more on this side. And 2 up there. Yeah, those 2 people, anyone that decided to live in those ones, they would have had very interesting places. Then, this was the meant to be Olympic Park. We never got this done. As much as we tried, we never got it done. And I really badly wanted to get it done. Never did. Then we switched to here. This is the hockey arena plus that building, and that building. But let's go in the big one first. This is the hockey arena, or the sports arena, whatever you want to call it. The reason why I say a hockey arena because it's got ice in it. And yeah. I built many arenas. And these I think are probably some of the most well done buildings, being that I was so critical of myself with these. And I think they turned out extremely well, even down in the underneath parts. Oh, well, actually, the original version of this arena, because this is the second version, the original version looked horrible. This version looks a lot better. This was the main change room for the actual hockey team. There is a basketball team that also is here. And that's on the other corner. Right here. This was the basketball team. And I think this was also meant to be away. No, it wasn't. What did I do for away team for hockey? That's actually a very good question. What the heck did I do? I think it was just a room on this wall. Because, oh, did I just, that is a way, just a walk. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let us get out of here. And honestly, it is the most unique, nope, that's not up. It is the most unique out of the arenas, as it's completely underground. The part that's above ground has nothing to do with the arena. Then over here, this building was seen not entirely that long ago. This was one of our many centers throughout the server, which we used as our event areas, our event buildings to cap off every year. And we used it as one of our many places this past year. But something you guys never saw is this. We kept track of things back here. I started not keeping up with it, but we kept track of things. I do believe that other than this stuff, this is the team stores that never got finished, clearly. Then they are right next to the hotel. Woo! Great job with the interior, buddy. Great job. Oh, I actually did an elevator. Oh, this is my this is my elevator system. Yeah, this was the rooms. They all look the exact same, so I'm just gonna show you one. Not actually, honestly, not that bad. How the heck do you get that? No. How the heck do you get down? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep. Nope, don't go that way. Okay. City Hall. This is the new City Hall that was constructed. It was meant to look a lot grander than the old one. That's a parking structure. We will not go over there. It was meant to be a lot more grander than the old one, and honestly, I think I kind of nailed it. It took a ridiculous amount of time to build. Like, it took a completely ridiculous amount of time. And yes, I'm aware it's off-centered. By the time I noticed, I was like, it's way too late. I am not fixing it. But this is the one side. I didn't do anything on these bottom floors. I don't entirely know as to why. But I didn't. Okay, I did office rooms. I hit the staircase. I know that. This was like the yeah, this was the boardroom. Yeah. Pretty much the council chamber, essentially. Both sides have the exact same thing. This is staircase. Okay. This is the office. What the heck? Oh, this is okay. Situation room. Yeah. So. Yeah. The thing is, I know there's something hidden in this building. The thing is, though, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it in a reasonable amount of time. Wait a second, it was behind the staircase, wasn't it? Oh, was it not this one that had something underneath it? Was it the old city hall? Let us go look, because there's supposed to be like an underground tunnel system leading to a bunker. Clearly not at this one. I'm willing to bet I did not fill it in. At least that would be my guess that I never did. Okay, so by that, I am going to go to where I know there's an entrance, and that will actually, I guess, find out where it goes, being that I must have filled it in. Where am I? Okay, you need to go here. Nope. It's this build. This build. Yay! There we go. This is not the actual bunker. There's another bunker, I think. Maybe? Huh. Okay, Spectre mode again. See, there's a tunnel. Where does this go? That's not the tunnel oh, there we go. There's the tunnel. Here's the actual bunker. Okay, yeah, I built 2 of them, but I did nothing in them. Huh. They were supposed to connect with City Hall, but clearly I never actually did that. I thought I did. Huh. Whoops. Anywho, moving on. Moving onward to we have touched everything in the main city, I do believe. Yippee! Only took us 2 hours. Good God. This was a farm. This was not mine. This was someone else's. But something underneath it was mine. Yeah, you heard me. Something underneath it. Painting! Ladder! We like hiding things behind paintings in this world. Ta-da! Yep. Another secret hidden place. This is more hidden than the other one. And this is also, I think, the only nether portal. Is there even a nether? I don't think we ever did anything. No, we did not do anything. Yeah, okay, let's go back through. How do we... There we go. Yep, there we go. What was over here? Ah! This one never got, like, modernized like the other one. The one under the big giant cube of sand used to look like that. This was supposed to be a tree farm. Never a welding place, but never got turned into anything. This was a honey farm. That's pretty much a honey farm. This is an asylum that actually got an interior. This was a video. I remember this. This was a video. Yeah, this got an interior. Not entirely a good one, but it got an interior. Then we enter an area that we did on a Christmas countdown. This was not last year. This was the year prior, I do believe. I'm pretty certain. This was one of our biggest. Definitely not the biggest, but it was one of the biggest. As it spanned from this. Oh no, it was this and that. That's where it led to. There was also that one thing in the city. But this was also the very first time that we used the camera account. Some of the time lapses for this were so well done. For the first time lapses I ever did with it, they were pretty good time lapses. Then yeah, this was pretty much just meant to be like a ski resort. This was like an Olympic village. I think that's what the idea was. Then this was the mountain village, and this was the upper village, lower village, and then one of our buildings. Then yes, there's these overpasses, but they don't really go anywhere, being that those areas were never really done. They weren't ever really completed. So I'm not going to touch on those. So I think we now go this way. I did not build. Well, I helped build it. I didn't design it, though. I would never design something made out of gold and redstone blocks. I promise you that. Yeah, this was meant to be like I think meant to be like a gym. I think. Honestly, I don't know. And I'm not gonna stay in it. This was a casino. Oh, okay. I never got this done. But, yeah. Let's just leave. I never got done. Might as well leave. This was the other complex, the last complex of apartments. This was not horrible. I think, yes, there is. What is the point of this? I can tell you the point. There ain't one. Okay, time to take to the sky. Okay, take to that one. Okay, take to the sky. Okay, there we go. This way. This was a bridge, obviously. We called this bridge, I think it was called Globetrotter. For literally no reason other than the fact that we technically have it crossing, we have a border literally smack dab in the middle of it. And then, we have this area. This is Elephant Island. Even though it's not really an island at all. We tried to make it an island, but that failed. You will see that in a little bit. This is the island's airport, which got redesigned. Used to be a really small. It used to go from this corner, I think, to here. It was quite small. Then, there was supposed to be, I think, a racetrack built here. That never got done. Then, the main building. This took a ridiculous amount of time to do. And I hated myself so much when I was doing it. As, this was done very early on. I would go on and say that this was probably done within the first month of this world being in use. It has changed a good couple times. It's not seen that many changes. Mostly for the thing of it being such a weird shape. I didn't do much in changing it, pretty much ever. And, yeah. Moving onward, we have another sports arena up here. This one's smaller, right? I think this one is smaller. But, this one's very different, pretty much design-wise, to pretty much any of the others. As, I got the design from it from seeing a FIFA, not a FIFA stadium, a World Cup stadium, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna try and do that. Then I did it. Part of me wishes I didn't do it. But, so going inside the place, I opened the door. Go in the door. Thank you. This is what this one looked like. Very, very different. It is smaller than the other one. But, that one is by far the biggest. And this is its locker room. A lot different. A lot different. Did they have a basketball team? Yes, they did. They did. The Wolves. But, yeah. Moving on. Went to the wrong level. I guess moving onward to the most northern place. This is one of our like challenge areas that we had. Not really go by it. It was literally just a challenge area. It was done on a Christmas countdown. Just we never actually ended up using it, as GT never really came back. We used it once, but now we switched to this area. This is the Snowball Mountain area. This was all constructed over 24 days. I am not kidding you. Every single thing built here might not be finished, but it was all built within 24 days for a Christmas countdown going back a couple years. This was a freaking undertaking, and I cannot stress you how many long nights I spent flattening this entire area, and I never even finished. Like, this Christmas countdown, we went freaking nuts. We built the freaking hockey arena. We built that place. We built the airport. We built a pit lane. We built the entirety of the lower village, the entirety of the upper village. We did not build that, or that, or that. These were the only things we did not build. The rest we built. Except for the snowy walls. These we did not build. Yeah. This was Santa's village, and Santa's workshop. That, would you look at here? No interior. I wonder who built this. Then down here is the stables. I don't know if I built the sleigh here or not, though. You do you, firework. I did not build a sleigh here, but yeah, this was the stable. And this was where the sleigh was supposed to go, but clearly I never built one. I guess this was probably one of the few years I never built one. There wasn't many. I can tell you that. There was not many years that I did not build a sleigh for the countdown. But yeah, this was a very big Christmas countdown. And this year's is bigger. I can probably tell you guys this. I have filmed the first day. I filmed yesterday. You guys will see it on December 1st. And that will begin my trip into insanity as I do 24 straight days of builds this year. Instead of last year, where we did 25. This was just a watchtower. I'm not even going to talk about this building right here. I'm not, look, it's a bad one. I'm not gonna talk about it at all. And, you know how I said map? Yeah, I tried removing it. And you moving on. This was going to be one of our other cities. We never really got this off the ground, but this was a building that was built, and I actually was quite happy about it. I'm not really going to go in it. But this was the other end, essentially, of this building right here. And I guess now moving onward. Let's land on the crane for a second, or not. Okay. Yeah, let's go hit the other places. This is probably gonna be the quickest part of the stream, as I don't plan on spending long talking about the other areas. We'll go in like the big buildings. Pretty much every single one of these areas have them. But I'm not gonna spend forever. We're already at over 2 hours, so yeah. This is another bridge. This is the game time bridge, I think. I can't fully remember. But this bridge connects the main part to this part, which is Mini Game Island. No, Studios. It's meant to be essentially a theme park. And I know I've kind of shown this relatively recently, especially on High Worlds and stuff. I have shown it. As I showed this when I was building my game last season that never got used or finished or all the above. This was the original version of it. Yeah, I'm not. This is just, yeah, wasn't great. This was the airport of this area. This was the boardwalk shopping area. This was a hotel that I almost ran my face into. This hockey arena. Ta-da! Hockey arena. Woohoo! I built a lot of these. I think you're probably getting probably annoyed about them at this point. But this was the first arena that I actually properly designed, and then I redesigned all the others. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's just, yeah. So, another hockey arena. Probably not much of a shock. I did kind of mention that they're everywhere. But this area has this thing. This It's what we called the oil rig. I don't think that was actually what formally called. That's what I called it. Hey, yeah, the traffic cone. It was titled the traffic cone. I don't know why, but yeah, we called it the traffic cone formally. But yeah. This was one of our centers. We were meaning to use it this summer, but we never did. We decided to use one of the other ones instead. And yeah, let's move onward to the only other two areas that were like properly built were Hop and Hope area, which is the slide area, which is right here. This is our main challenge area, or as I call it, the fun zone. This is where pretty much all of our Minecraft challenges were ever done, with these two giant boards and this big giant 8-ball. There's a reason why I call it 8-ball. As on this end, there's a hole up here and a hole up and a hole down here. 8-ball. And it was the launch way for our boat course. That went all the way over here. And yeah. Then over here was the meeting building. This is where we met about pretty much everything. And planned everything by the looks of it. This was me planning sports league stuff. I don't know why I planned it on here. Oh, this was ahead of a draft. Right, never mind. This was the main boardroom. I still come here time to time and just sit. Then ominous. Well done. Well done, buddy. Well done. Then this was called Hope Farm. This was iSpace. It was gonna be right next to the new spawn, which was gonna be right there. Just that we never finished it, never got that far, and time also ran out. Originally, I don't know if we actually ever really showed this, but originally this, I think, was there. Yeah, this was right there. Yeah, we were gonna put the highway through, so I lit it on fire. This was also over here, I think. So I lit both on fire, and then moved them over here. And then we lead to probably the most unfinished part of the entire server. This was meant to be an amusement park. Yeah, it flopped. But we did build a hockey arena though. And an airport. But the funniest thing is, this area, the design of pretty much any buildings here, Uh, they look like IKEA. Just inverted. But this is, I think, the smallest of the arenas. Yes, this is the smallest. It's only goes half. And yeah. But the rink is the same size in all of them. This is their change room. And that was pretty much all over here. Then we have the final place to go to. And that is Hot Town. Woo! Oh, well, we also have this. This was Hub. This was Hub, right? Yeah, Hubtown. Hubtown Memorial, actually. Going by the lore of the area, this was Hubtown Memorial. As it went by the lore, I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah, this was meant to be like a racetrack thing. It was like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch on it that much. Then over here, this thing. What was originally meant to be a temporary building never ended up being temporary, as I never removed it. This is the I don't know if anyone would even remember. We released a video back in 2020. For the grad class of 2020. We did that here. That video ended up having an audio problem, so if you don't remember, that's probably better. Because we had a very serious audio problem with it, and I think the video is still up, even though it probably shouldn't be. But, yeah, this was meant to be a temporary building. I just have never had the heart to, well, move it. Then, yeah, we have the final area of the server. This was Hot Town, as we called it. And this was the airport. It was all meant to be like very rustic looking, which is why we used pretty much only wood. But this was the airport. Used to look a lot worse on the inside. What does this look like? Oh, it looks really good now. That actually doesn't look half bad. But, yeah, so this was the airport. Mostly going by the same style as pretty much every airport that we did. Just, this one did get a very major redesign, as originally that tower was, I think, in this part of the building. It was like in the roof, I think. So we moved it. Then we have this. This was a failed attempt at building a hotel. Do you see why I had abandoned it? Yeah, I did it the exact same way as the one building, as the big giant tower in the city. So I abandoned it. There was also supposed to be a hotel built here. That never happened. And, yeah. Then we have the, like, shopping area. This is a golf club house. This was meant to be like a golf resort. Just never built, well, the golfing part. So, yeah. Then moving onward, we have that big hockey arena here. This is once again one of the smaller ones. It doesn't look small from the outside, but it's small. In comparison to some of them, it's quite small. And their locker rooms change rooms are also very small. And then I guess we have this. This was Enderman. Yeah, this was the Enderman Burial Center. There's a reason why it was called that. In the building of this, there was an Enderman that kept stealing the blocks off of this part of the roof. And I got so freaking annoyed, I just named it Enderman. So, yeah. That is pretty much everything. That is the world. Let us go into here. I made so many memories in this world that it's hard to like say goodbye to it. But I'm gonna miss being in it all the time, and I have missed being in it all the time. But with it now coming to a close, this is gonna be pretty much like a chapter ending for us. This is gonna be a very weird time actually like properly saying goodbye to the world. And well, probably gonna spend a little bit more time in here tonight. But with that, guys, I'm gonna call it. As you can probably tell, my throat is pretty much gone. That we've done this for 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, thank you for watching this. You guys are the best. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow for another stream. And hopefully I can get a video up tomorrow. I was supposed to get a video up today, but I didn't get it done. Should be able to get it done tomorrow before the stream, hopefully. So, yeah. It is actually now the 30th, so, happy anniversary! Woohoo! Anywho, I am going to call it a night, and I'm going to call it a day. So, with that, I'll see you all in the next video stream. If the video doesn't go up tomorrow, hopefully I see you guys tomorrow night for the stream from High Worlds. Yippee! Other than that, thank you all for watching, and catch you all next time. And I know I'm not even talking normally. I'm not even in the normal face cam. Anywho, bye-bye!